What's going on, boxing fans? It's Julian Williams with The Distance. I'm here to give you my weekend wrap-up video. Overall a very busy week for me on here on YouTube. Pretty much nothing to do, nothing to do. So I just posted videos. I was posting an average of about 3.5 a day. I actually posted nearly 20 videos this week. It just shows how busy I've been with my videos. But overall, I just love the sport of boxing. Last night I sat around last night. I woke up probably around 3 in the morning. I woke up, everybody's asleep, so really I didn't want to wake anybody up. And I just turned on my computer and just started watching boxing matches. And and I saw watching these matchups that I watched on my computer last night. By watching these matchups, I just saw why. It reaffirmed why I love the sport of boxing. I watched 3 different types of fights. I watched an all-out brawl, slugfest. I watched the pure boxing match, and I watched a matchup with a slugger and a counterpuncher. And the thing about boxing with me is this. I didn't really become a hardcore fan until 2003, and I was a teenager back then. So, and then really I didn't really become, or I wasn't able to analyze fights until maybe 2007, about 2-3 years ago. I wasn't really able to analyze fights. I'm in my 20s now, so I've been around the sport. I've seen a lot with the sport since I was a kid. I watched sport on and off growing up, but then around 2003 I just became an avid hardcore fan. And I was a teenager. So now in my 20s, it's just like boxing has become somewhat of a way of life for me. Especially being here in YouTube. It was like it's like yesterday when I was scrolling through channels, and I would see and I would actually see Dwyer, or sometimes I would actually see 97 Rough. Just randomly, and this is back in 2008. I would just randomly sit around the house, eat junk food, and I would just randomly come across some of these channels. I came across Bullseye and stuff like that, but I wasn't aware, that YouTube had had actual community until I saw Carlito back in March, of course. And I already told you guys the story on video of how I became a member of the YouTube box community. I was one of those guys that just watched videos and just became an analyst, pretty much. I think that now there's a lot of changes in the community since I joined back in late September. Since I joined back in like September the 27th, there's a lot of changes that have been made. Channels, just aren't the way they used to be. There's been good changes and there's been bad changes. And things are really getting kind of competitive out there for the YouTube box community. Me myself, my channel is still growing. My channel's still small and it's still growing. Still somewhat found the audience. And really I wasn't even trying to find the audience. I was just trying to get my voice out there. And because I was watching Ashy Knuckles, I was watching Carlito, and I was watching Blood Boxing all throughout last summer, and I was just hearing what these men had to say, and it was just kind of like I just looked at things a bit differently. But sometimes I would just add more onto what they said in comments and stuff like that. And I'll just say, if it wasn't for Blood Boxing or KG21 Carlito or Ashy Knuckles, and I'd even go as far as to say Fight Night Round 4 King Borges 773 and Ed Johnson, because I was watching these guys too. I wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. And I'll openly admit, I used to watch Borges videos all the time, and I was impressed, by how much he knew about the sport. I really was. As young as he was, I was very impressed. Same with Eric Johnson, because both of them are kind of somewhat near my age, and I was just surprised at how much they knew about the sport. Same with JR 503 JR. I was just surprised of how much they knew about the sport. Because in a way they kind of remind me of myself. Remind me of myself when I was a teenager. I think JR is about 20 now, but this remind me of myself when I was their age. Because I was an avid boxing fan, and really now with YouTube, I'm being given a platform to kind of put my voice out there and put my face on the screen, and let other boxing fans hear what I have to say. But there's a lot of other boxing channels out there, and me, I'm just doing my part. I'm not trying to be the voice of the community or the leader of the community, this, that, and the other. I'm just doing my part in the community. But there's some other boxing channels out there that I believe deserve more people to watch them. I think that there's Mr. Nancy Turner, one, very good channel. Uncle Chuck Nitty, Chuck the Doc, very knowledgeable of the sport. Mr. Universal Sports, he's kind of putting his foot in the door. Jeff Brown, Jeff's Wild World of Boxing, and there's another one, Sidney Cello. These guys are up and coming. These guys kind of stick to the kind of the old guard of how the older people in the box community were when this box community started. People like that. So be sure to check out those channels. And we have people like we have good subscribers as well. You got Flowy Skills, W81 QT, and Mintake Bubble Bass. Funny name, but people who watch videos and give you positive feedback every time, even if you don't put out a really good video or whatever. They'll tell you, hey, good video, stuff like that. Give you encouraging comments. People like that, and big up to the men from the Boxing Union, putting together videos. Hopefully, Mr. Universal Sports, I hope he has his Mosley versus Berto prediction tomorrow. But overall, those are just my thoughts for the week. Really hope you guys enjoy my videos that I post this week, because I've been so busy with my videos. Hope you're able to catch up and watch them. Because hope me posting so much wasn't an inconvenience or whatever. But me, I'm just doing my part, and and on top of that, this is just my platform of putting my voice out there. Because me, I have a lot to say about the sport of boxing. I have much more to say these days, and I'm much more comfortable behind the camera. So anyway, thanks for watching. That was The Distance, and be sure to watch Friday Night Fights tonight. But anyway, that was The Distance. Have a good weekend, and God bless. Peace.